Let me. Hey. Hello. I just want to pin the title of the book I'm reading from today. Okay. Hello. It's Friday. Forgive me. I'm just excited because it's my favorite day of the week. You made it. Hey Sarah. Hey sis. How you doing? Hey everybody. Okay. Like guys, today I'm reading from You're Wearing Lipstick Again. Fief. Fief says I'm wearing lipstick again. Yes, I'm wearing lipstick again because it's Friday. My favorite day. This is the only day I wear lipstick. Yeah. Yeah. I've actually been wearing perfume every day of the week since the lockdown. So it's been a year. Every day, whether I'm going anywhere or not, I still wear perfume. How's about that for a fun fact? And yeah, the lip is gonna stay. I'll keep on changing them. Ah! Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hello, happy Friday. Hello, Kumo. Hi, Phoebes. Hi, Nonku. Hello, Fifi. Welcome, welcome. So I'm reading this because I'm actually using you guys as my guinea pigs for for sampling books that are on my bookshelf, like books that I've had for ages. Because I got this in September last year, and I haven't read it, so I want to bump it up. But I've been looking at it and looking at it and thinking, actually, I want to read this because, I mean, look at this cover. And I got my copy at Bargain Books for 70 Rand when I did that whole remember on my IGTV I did a collaboration with Bargain Books and I did a Come Shop With Me video. If you have missed it, check that out. It is on IGTV. I did that in September, I think, yeah. And I got this book and I haven't read it. So I wanted to read it. So you guys are like guinea pigs. Sarah says, we love being your guinea pigs. Thanks for offering us a glimpse to these books. That's the whole, you get me. You get me, sis. So yeah, I wanted to read a book with you guys because I feel like this is a beautiful book. I don't know. But anyway, this is what we're reading. And this week, I didn't share any book mail because I didn't get any. But today, this afternoon, earlier on, I got a birthday package, because tomorrow is my birthday. Yeah. So I got a package from Kathy. This is how the package came in. I did actually post it. It's live. It's now on the timeline. I'll probably take it. It's on the timeline as a reel. I got this beautiful journal. And I'm gonna make this cover because this was around the box that put the journal in. I'm gonna actually make it a bookmark. How cool, right? And it matches my girl. Look, matches my dress. How's about that? So I didn't win a competition that Kathy is on Journal They World. I think it's underscore between each word, Journal They World, on Instagram. Kathy had a competition that was going on and I entered and I was like, I would love to win this. It was a beautiful giveaway, but I didn't win. And then she actually still inboxed me and said, hi Umpile, even though you didn't win, I'd still like to send you something for your birthday. So I got a book, A Boy Without Hope by Casey Watson. And apparently it's a Sunday Times best-selling author. And there's a lot of books that she's under her belt, actually. But yeah, Carl. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. Carl says happy birthday for tomorrow. Yay! 36. So yeah, this is what I got this week, and that's it. I am reading this week, starting from this weekend, I'm reading Being Lily by Carnita Loxton. It is part of the Being series. This is the second in the series. She's got 3 under her belt, and I'm just giving you a reading update just before I start reading The Scattering. And this is the first one that I read last month with Charity of Booked by Charity. And this one I'm not going to read it, I think. Maybe I might in April, because this I've already read. So when I was exposed to Carnita Loxton, I actually started with Being Shirley. And then I got these 2 after. So this you can actually read them as standalones. So I read this one first last year. Please ignore that for fans of Marian Keyes. Yeah, but I am currently reading the Being series. So we read Being Kari, which was amazing, in January, and now we're reading Being Lily for March. And that's about the only book that I'm committing to for this month. I'm lying, but anyway. Okay, back to the reading. Hi Zamo, hi Itu, hi Tidi, hey everybody, hi Gugu, hey B, Kuma. Okay, I need to, my battery, I hope it doesn't go flat while I'm busy here. But anyway, okay, I'm going to read the back of the book, and then I will start reading from The Scattering. Okay, so this is a quote. I, the great general of the German soldiers, sent this letter to the Hereros. Any Herero found inside the German frontier, with or without a gun or cattle, will be executed. I shall spare neither women nor children. I shall give the order to drive them away and fire on them. Such are my words to the Herero people. Southwest Africa, 1904. When German colonial authorities issue an extermination order, the Herero are forced to flee into the desert and seek safety in British Bechuanaland. Chipuka, a young Herero mother, escapes the massacre with her baby, but is captured and put to work in the death camps in Luderitz. There she has to find the courage and the will to survive against all odds. The Transvaal in 1899. Reed's nursing ambitions are crushed when she is forced into marriage with an older neighbor. When he is taken captive and their farm is set ablaze during the Second Anglo-Boer War, she and his daughters must face the horrors of the British concentration camps. Against the backdrop of Southern Africa's colonial wars at the dawn of the 20th century, The Scattering traces the fates of 2 remarkable women whose paths cross after each has suffered the devastation and dislocation of war. Moving and intimate, Kubuitsile's novel provides a fascinating glimpse into the indomitability of the human spirit. And this is Lauri Kubuitsile's bio. Lauri Kubuitsile is the author of many works of fiction for children and adults, including the short story collection In the Spirit of McPhinius Latta and Other Stories. She was the 2007 winner of the BTA Anglo Platinum Short Story Competition and the recipient of the Botswana Ministry of Youth and Culture's Orange Botswerere Award for Creative Writing in the same year. She has twice won the Golden Baobab Prize for Children's Writing and was shortlisted for the 2011 Cannes Prize. She lives in Botswana, and I think The Scattering also won Best International Fiction Book of 2017, if I'm not mistaken, by Sharjah International Fair, at the Sharjah International Fair. I need to Google that, but I think because I wrote it in pencil, so I think that's, yeah. So this is The Scattering. I'm gonna start reading now for about 10 minutes. Fifi says, before I continue, Fifi says, oh wow, I will check out her children's book as well. Yes, that's like, there's a whole list of work. I mean, and this is my first book of hers. I know it's actually going for 80 Rand, if I'm not mistaken, at Book Circle Capital. So just inbox Book Circle Capital and see. They are at 27 boxes in Melville. I know I saw a copy or two. I actually took a picture. Probably I'll post it on my stories after I find it, because I was there a week ago. But yeah. Okay. Tsau, Bechuanaland. So this is the place. December 1907. Okay, so this is 3 years after the whole thing that I just read at the back of the book. This is how the book looks like at the back. Okay. Kuma says it sounds dope, right? So this is December 1907. Guys, please forgive me. My kids are still downstairs. They live here. Like, so you will hear sounds and people moving about and. So yeah. Okay. It's not easy coming back from the dead, Chipuka thinks, lying on her bed, looking at her sleeping husband, Ruhapo. Somewhere in that dead time, things got lost. Things changed. What she thought she knew so well, the things engraved on her heart, were not true anymore. But she knew it was wrong to say that out loud. Many people lost everyone after the scattering, so she and Ruhapo were lucky. Lucky to have found each other again. Lucky, and she should not make people angry. Make the ancestors who had protected them angry by questioning their parts of her husband that now seemed strange, that now seemed wrong. So Chipuka pretends everything is right, as it should be, as she remembers, but she knows it is not. They both do. Things are different, and when she gets the chance, she tries to pick through the pieces to find her husband, the husband she thinks she remembers, to assure herself that he is there. She sifts and sorts the bits that are familiar and separates them from the bits she's forgotten or were never there before. She wonders what to do with these bits, the bits that belong to a stranger. They make her uncertain about everything else. Being dead made a lot of things uncertain. She holds Ruhapo's hands and runs her eyes over them. His hands are her hands, familiar and remembered. The long fingers and square knuckles are the ones she knows. These hands are the ones that made love to her so long ago, and that held their son with such solid love and unreserved joy. These are her hands. Her eyes glide upward. The wrists are hers too, with a slight dip near the wrist bone. She knows these. She could find them in a crowd of strangers, even years from now. And now she had found her husband. They are the real parts, the parts that survived. She accepts that they have both risen from the dead, and that such a momentous event should affect a person. Chipuka knows she is changed. Why shouldn't Ruhapo be changed too? But still, she searches for him. Searches for the remembered bits, the loved bits amid the ruins. She runs her finger along his forearm. He sleeps on. She stops at the inside of his elbow, the soft wrinkled skin. She bends her head and kisses it lightly. She knows the spot. It is one of her favorites. She lingers on it, rubbing her finger lightly back and forth. It reminds her of the life before the scattering, before the blood and the cruelty, before the loss. Her finger continues over the muscle of his upper arm. It excites her. This muscle she knows so well, tight and ready. It buzzes under the skin with his energy, his masculinity, and she feels it reverberate through her. It is a feeling she's familiar with. This was not lost along the way. She's thankful for that. Then she holds his shoulder. She feels weak when she does. She wants to fall into him, to give everything to him, to carry on those strong, wide shoulders. She knows he can do it. He will not complain, but she won't submit to that weakness. It would not be fair. She knows neither one of them is ready for that. She's not ready to give in, to trust him to bear the load for her, nor is he ready to accept the burden, free of resentment, free of regrets. She leans forward again to smell the tender, vulnerable skin in the dip of his collarbone. It is grass and cows. It is sweat and soap. It smells of her. This place is familiar, just as it always was. All of these places, the fingers, the wrist, the inside of his elbow, the crook of his neck, are soft lies where she could hide forever if she believed in lies. They are the easy places, the familiar, the known, the unchanged, the places where all is calm and kind, the places where love is certain, the places where the husband she lost on Ohamakari lives, where he comes to her and they know each other again. She wants to stay right there with him, as if time had not moved ahead, as if they had never been dead and risen again. But she cannot. She's always one who wants the truth. It is one of the many burdens she carries. She cannot live in a lie even when she knows how raw and painful the alternative is. She looks at Ruhapo's sleeping face, not restful even then. But there lies the truth of it all. The truth is in his face. She suspects it is in her face too, but she doesn't know that for sure. She suspects he does and turns away from her as not to see it. She wants to close her eyes to his face, not to look at it, not to be reminded that nothing is familiar there. It is all a facade, a cruel trick, but she will not turn away. She wants to read the worst of what is there. If she can take the worst, the most horrible, the unimaginable, then she'll be fine. But she must find it. She must plumb it to its depths to be sure she has seen all of it. She must search and search until she can face everything. His nose looks the same, his wide nose, a nose that she has known since childhood, unchanged. It cries to carry the entire story of his face, to hide the unfamiliar, but it comes. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what did I miss? Also, Sarah says the prose is beautifully poetic. I love it. And Fifi says, shoo, she writes beautifully. Right? And Diteto says, I can listen to you read the whole day. Thank you. Okay, now I've got the book upside down. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Okay, his nose looks the same, his wide nose, a nose that she has known since childhood, unchanged. It tries to carry the entire story of his face, to hide the unfamiliar, but it can't. His mouth is a failure too. The one she knew had vulnerable edges, vulnerable to a smile when not intended. It would push in from the sides when he feigned being angry with her. The smile would insist on having its way. That was the mouth that she knew. This mouth, the one he came back from the dead with, has no vulnerability. That was lost in the heat and blood, in the cruelty. No one can blame it. Still, it is unfamiliar. It is someone else's mouth placed on her man. That error, that mistake, makes her uncertain of everything else. What is true and what is false? What can be trusted? Where is the man she loves? Is he his familiar wrist or this stranger's mouth? He cannot be. Then there is the lost tilt of his head. When she first saw him clearly, when they were just children, he asked her what she was doing wandering in the bush. When she said she was looking for the castle of the queen, he tilted his head. For her, that came to define him. A tilt of his head meant interest in everything he had yet to know. He was always asking, always curious, wanting to know the next thing, and once he knew that, wanting the answer a step beyond, the journey to the answer always beginning with a tilt of his head. She never told him, and likely never would now. It would be too cruel, she thinks, but she fell in love with him with that first tilt of his head. But now it is gone. She sometimes thinks it means her love for him is gone as well. She tells herself that it can't be. Her love is too big to disappear with a tilt of the head. The tilt has been lost with so many other things, lost in the trampled grass, wet with blood, littered with bodies, in the trees decorated with corpses, in the crying babies and the too quiet mothers. She doesn't blame him. He's learned enough now. He doesn't ask any more questions because he doesn't want any more answers. There is no longer any fun in being curious. They all have learned enough. They don't want to know anything else. The answers are known now. They are painful and they are horrible. Worst of all, though, in that strange unfamiliar face are the eyes, thankfully closed as she stares at him sleeping. The eyes she knew, the eyes she felt she owned and kept safe in the deep folds of her heart. Those eyes were not like these. They were not judging eyes. Those were soft and inviting, accepting and forgiving, and loving and caring. A look from those eyes would solve everything for her. Nothing would harm her when she could look into those eyes. But those eyes are gone. Now only a sleek black wall looks back at her. No one gets in anymore, especially not her. She knows why. To live under certain circumstances, parts of you must die. She knows this. She made those choices too. They all did. But what did it mean then? Were they still the same people? Would they ever be again? She hates him sometimes for his eyes. She wants to beat him and shout and demand he let her in. Not the others, just her. Is it asking too much? Have they not suffered enough? She hates his shut-off eyes, his untilted head, his hard, unyielding mouth. Let the man who owns these things come and fetch them, she wants to scream. Take these strange pieces away. She isn't sure she can love a man with these bits of a stranger about him. But how can she tell him, Stop being you. Stop being this man who you are now. She knows it is unreasonable, but she knows she cannot live in a lie either. He once said he loved that about her, but now he offers tender lies and awful truths, and she can accept neither. How will they ever survive? How will they find their way past all of this? How will any of them find their way past all of this? Sometimes she thinks they never will. Sometimes she tells herself that she has no option but to love this stranger, and that Ruhapo has no choice but to love the stranger in her as well. Oh my God, guys. Hi. Tureto and Mido are here. My sisters from Botswana. Hey. Guys, please ignore my children crying downstairs. Okay, so Mido says, you are reading my favorite book. Hearts. Yes, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so if you missed this reading, please, it's beautiful. Please go back and read and listen to the back of the book. I read the synopsis of the book at the back. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And Tendai Huchu, author of The Hairdresser of Harare, has a shout out at the front of the book, and it says Kubuitsile has crafted an ambitious, powerful and poignant historical novel that brings to life a very important period. Oh my goodness. And I actually was telling Charity of Booked on Charity yesterday for our body reading discussion that I actually love historical fiction. And I've read Dance in the Death Drill by Fred Kumalo, and I thought Chef's Kiss. And Gugu says it's so beautiful, right? Like it's just one chapter, like number 1. Okahanja, the German Southwest Africa, February 1894. And I'm like, what? Like, guys, love it. Mido tells everyone to read this book and read Lauri's books. Oh my gosh, Mido, like, listen, this, like, sold. I am sold. I haven't even read anything of hers. I know that one of her stories features in here. One of Lauri's books, short stories features in here. I'm not sure in Fool's Gold. Wait, let me see. Oh yeah. In the Spirit of McPhinius Lata, the one that I just read about. Yep. It features in Fool's Gold, which is a selected Modjaji short stories. I read from this about 2 weeks ago. I also read from a Botswana author, Wame Mulefe. I read Botswana Rain. If you did miss it, you can check it out on IGTV, and I've actually loaded it on YouTube. And I'll also do the same with this one. Can't wait to hear your thoughts, Mpile. This is Mido. Because everyone needs to read this book. And Mido says that story is funny. You should read it too. Oh my goodness. You see now instead of going downstairs to go cook, I'm going to be busy reading this short story by Lauri Kubuitsile, In the Spirit of McPhinius Lata. It is on page 59. Okay, so it's about 20 pages long. Maybe I'll read that in the morning tomorrow. But this was The Scattering by Lauri Kubuitsile, and it has won, she has twice won the Golden Baobab Prize for Children's Writing and was shortlisted for the 2011 Cannes Prize. She was the 2007 winner of the BTA Anglo Platinum Short Story Competition and the recipient of the Botswana Ministry of Youth and Culture's Orange Botswerere Award for Creative Writing. Hey, listen, so look out for her novels. This is a historical fiction, and there's a lot of work. Her most recent one is this one, The Scattering. Wait, let me see, when was it published? It was published in 2016. So okay, so there's a lot of, like, look, all dating back from 2005 up until to 2016. So this is the latest. If you did miss this, I did say you can find a copy at Book Circle Capital in Melville. They also offer vouchers online, so you can check them out on bookcirclecapital.co.za. I hope you enjoyed this reading, guys. Happy Friday. What are you doing? Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm very hyped. I'm happy today. I'm like, whoop, whoop, you know, day for birthday vibes. So yeah, I see there's a few people coming in right now, and I just finished reading from The Scattering. I haven't read this book yet. I'm gonna bump it up onto this ever-growing TBR stash here. There's a whole stack of books that I keep on adding up here. But this I'm reading Carnita Loxton's Being Lily, which is part of the Being series. I'm reading this one. It's a buddy read with Simule and Charity of Booked on Charity. So yeah, Mido says, I know so many Pisces women. Yes, and we're so loving, right? And we're fun. Dudu says, going to have a glass of champagne on your behalf tomorrow. Yes. When I trust you, yes. Google says, happy. Okay, guys. For those who missed this reading of this, what I think is amazing book, please go back and read and watch it afterwards. I'm gonna load it up now, and I'm gonna load it onto YouTube in a few days. Maybe I don't work on a Sunday, guys. Like, yes, I will load it up on YouTube though. It will be up, and I will share details on it, but everything is on the link on my bio. Please subscribe to my channel. When I get to 300 subscribers, I'll have a giveaway. And by the way, we got to 5,000 followers on Instagram. So this March there will be another giveaway. So there'll be 2 giveaways if we get to 300, when we get to 300 subscribers on YouTube. And yeah, yes. So March will be like 2 giveaways, just in J, because we can. Ne? Okay, so I gotta go and cook for my family. I will see you guys. You rocking that birthday glow. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, Fifi. Thank you, guys. We get to wish you well for tomorrow. Yes, Kubuitsile. Thank you, guys. I will see you guys. What are you guys reading? Let me know what you're reading in the DMs. Yes, birthday month. We must give away. Like if someone, like, if there's a book here that I'm gonna like give, these books are actually, you can't see them. Those books, yeah, giveaways. So, you know, yeah, birthday month means we must give away, give the love of books, you know. So yeah, first gift is this lovely journal that matches my dress. Yes, from Journal Their World here on Instagram. And I got a book. So yeah, so grateful. I love the cover. Actually, she used to cover them. I'm sure she will understand I did post a reel of me and my fingers. Yeah, if you didn't see it, check it out. So yeah, guys, I will see you next week Friday on the 12th of March. Yes, it's the 12th. I'm not sure what I'm reading, but yeah, I'll see you guys next week. It's a beautiful journal, right? Right, Carolyn? It's so gorgeous. I love it. And the fact that she did it herself, it's like, what? So I'm really, really grateful. Okay, I will see you guys next week Friday. Happy, and I'll see you on the stories and everywhere else. But thank you for joining me. Get yourself this book. maybe we can actually buddy read. You never know. Maybe I might bump it up onto this deck. But yeah, I will see you guys next week, Friday at 5 p.m. for everyone that is coming in now. But yeah, bye.